Hello, my gorgeous little love bugs out there, and welcome. In today's video, I want to play with some new products from Adept Cosmetics. I picked up their new Minka palette, which I'm so excited. I want to create a couple looks with this, do some swatches with you guys. I also picked up one of their new face palettes, which came out a few weeks ago. This is the Valentina palette. I just picked up one. There was 4 options. I wanted to, save some money, not be excessive, and this one spoke to me the most. So I'll also do some swatches, use some of the products in a look today. But before we get into this video, if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bree, and I'm just a crazy lover of all things beauty. And I like to post a lot of fun, colorful makeup content. I like to do a lot of indie makeup, so if that is what you're into, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. But with that being said, let's get into this video. So I'm just gonna dive in real quick. Adept Cosmetics is an amazing indie brand. They make amazing metallics and dual chromes and special sparkly shades. That's what I love from them the most, but they do also make really nice mattes. So they came out with some face palettes. They came out with 4 options. I picked up just Valentina. I just wanted to see what the formula was like, and this one spoke to me the most, but I'll show you guys the packaging. Like, I love the packaging on all their products. It's very elegant and simple. This one's very reflective, and this one has a mirror. It goes for $22, this palette as well as all the other ones. And this one is full of very glowy blushes. At least there'll be blushes for my skin tone, and this one was like, yes, all me. I love glowy blushes, and to have 3 different color options in one palette was like, yes, that is my dream right there. Now, some of the other ones had like highlighters and bronzers in there, which I thought was cute, but I was like, this one to me is the prettiest, so I picked this up. If I really love it, I could see myself looking at the other palettes in the future. Now getting into the Minka palette, which I'm so excited for. It has the beautiful simple packaging. I love it, so pretty. And this goes for $57, and then this is what it looks like inside. There's a big mirror, and look at all these shades. They're gorgeous. I already stuck my finger in some of the shades. I could not help myself. But there's 2 mattes, and then the rest are like shifty, multi-chrome, dual chrome, sparkly metallics, which I love so much from them. Now, there is also a disclaimer on the description here that says, due to high amounts of shea butter in the shimmer formula, this may not be suitable for oily or sensitive lids. It says there will be creasing, and there may also be shimmer fallout. To help reduce both issues, a good eye primer is recommended. So that is good to know. It does say that this is vegan, taupe-free, glitter-free, BHT-free, and does not contain mineral oils. Also very good to know. I wanted to swatch these with you guys because I want to see if I can capture some of the shifts on these shades before we get into the look. So let me do this part quick. So we're going into Minka, Emma, and Ava. Ooh, these are such beautiful like nudie shades. I'll do right here. Let's start up here. Oh my word. This is gonna be like the perfect glam palette for like the holidays. Oh geez, this is gorgeous. I don't even know what the shifts are in any of the shades, but do you see that? That is intense. Oh my god. I could stare at these all day. Okay, so let's get into the next 3. So we have Layla, Maya, and then we have one of the mattes, which is called Toya. Why did I say that weird? So more nudie glam goodness. If you are a nudie lover and you like these kind of tones and metallics, oh my god, this is gonna be like your dream palette. And then here's Toya, the matte. Let me build that up a little bit. The mattes feel very silky. I think they also have a very good matte formula. So now let's get into the next 3 shades. This one looks like a bluey, like gray shade. This is called Luna. Then there's Nora. Yeah, these feel super creamy. I can tell that it has like shea butter in it, just how it feels. It's like almost like a wet feel to them. And then Cora, which looks like a green. So let's look at this one. Oh my god. These just spread like butter. Then look at this antique gold one. And then this one right here, which is green. I love me a good green. Oh my god. I can't stop gushing over these. And then the very last 3. So we have Linda, You can tell some of them feel a little different. Like this one feels a little bit more smooth, less flaky. Then we have Selena. Ooh, and then the last matte is Maria, which is like a deep purpley, like plum shade. So let's get there. Ooh, yeah. So see how this one is just so much smoother than the other ones? Ah, that's gorgeous. It's like a green to burgundy shift. And then this one, ooh, this is also like a burgundy violety shift to, I don't know, to green. I think it also has a green shift. And then the last matte here, which is this beautiful deep purple. I'm gonna throw that one up just a little bit more. And there we go. These are all the swatches. Like, you guys have to say, these are gorgeous. Like, you cannot deny how beautiful these are. So I'm gonna show you guys the up close swatch, and then we will get into my eye looks. The hair back, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes with the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot and Soft Ochre. My tried and true, so I'm gonna spread that around. So I'm gonna start off with the blush palette, the Valentina palette first. And I wanna go into this shade right here that looks like a cool tone mauve shade, which I think is gonna fit the look that I'm about to do, or the one that I have in mind. So let's put that on. Yes, and it has really good pigmentation. I just was able to go in and cover both sides. Wow. Wow, do you see that? If you like glowy cheeks, I'm sure you would like this. The formula seems to be really smooth, and I don't see any visible like shimmer sparkles in it. It just seems like a very smooth, highlighted, glowy blush, and I love that so much. The cheeks look so good. They look so glowy and pretty. I don't even feel like I need a highlighter. I'm just gonna let it be, let the blush have its moment. So I wanna use the mattes in this first look, and then I'll do something else in the next look where I can use like more shimmer. So I'm gonna start off with the Maria shade. I usually like to start off with the darkest shade. And these are really nice mattes. I'm sure some people would have preferred more mattes to be in the palette, but I rather have more of their amazing metallic dual chrome formula than anything, because that is what I love from them. So I'm totally fine with it. I have a lot of mattes in my collection that I can use with this palette. But oh my God, look at that. It's a nice, beautiful, deep purple. And it seems to have good pigmentation. So I'm just kind of packing it on. I'm going to take it all to the crease. We're getting dark and smoky like usual. Would you expect anything less from me? So I'm just going to do that and do the other eye too. So now I'm going to use Toya, the light lavender shade. With the same brush, I just cleaned it off with a color switch. And I'm going to use that to blend out the edges of this purple shade, just to get everything a little bit more diffuse. I do like the options that they put in here. Like these two purples are gonna go with like every shade that's in here. Everything is looking nice and blended, right? Nice and diffused. I went ahead and did my lower lash line too. Just use the mattes down here as well. So now let's get into a glitter primer. I'm gonna use the Glimmer Grasp from Unearthly. I love this stuff. I've been testing it out and I think it's really good. I'm gonna take this Nabla brush and I'm just gonna go all over the inner portion of the lid, kind of doing like a full cut crease, just because we really want these shimmers to stick as best as possible. So now I'm gonna start off with Luna, the like bluey shade right here. I'm gonna use the same brush that I used to put the glitter primer on. You see, that's the best technique to really get the shadow to stick to the brush. And I'm gonna use it on this edge. Wow, let me get a little closer to the screen. Wow, do you guys see that? So this looks like it has like a blue to purple shift. It's really creamy and spreads really nicely. It's really sticking well to the glitter primer. I have just a little bit of fallout down here, nothing crazy. So now let's get into another shimmer. I want to use at least 3. So I'm kind of leaning towards Ava, this like taupey shade. like taupey silver. Yes, let's use that too. Let's use that. That looks so pretty. So I'm gonna use the same brush. I just cleaned it off. And we're gonna go right here. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. And you know what? I'm not actually having too much fallout from this shade. You just kind of have to stamp it on instead of like swiping it around, because that would definitely cause the shimmer to like fall down the cheeks. But I think regardless, you're gonna have shimmer fallout just because the nature of these shadows, you're still gonna have shimmer specks on the face a little bit. So now let's get into a little inner corner highlight action, which is probably going to be really blinding, and I'll use some of it in the inner portion too a little bit on the lid. So this one right here called Maya. So I'm going to paint it with this pencil brush. And these shades just move around as you press in the pan, and I'm going to wet it. I did put a little bit of the glitter primer in the inner portion, but I want to wet it too. And I'm going to stick it right there. And I'm gonna bring it up a little bit onto the lid. Wow, this is also quite stunning. To me, it's more like a lavendery silver. I'm just trying to go delicate. You don't wanna do too much or you'll start having it flake everywhere. So just to add a little bit more, because I feel like I want to do one more shimmer just to try it out. So I'm thinking Selena, this shade right here. So I'm going to paint it with the same brush, so it's not as flaky as the other shadows. And I'm going to spray it as well. And this one has somewhat of a green shift. I'm not sure how much it's going to pull. I feel like because it's with purple, it's going to like kind of pull more in that like magenta burgundy-ish shade. Yeah, that looks pretty. Well, I feel like maybe it's more like a purpley burgundy. So I think that looks good. I like the little pop of like pinkiness down there. And that's it for the shadows that I'm going to use for this first look. And I'm going to go off camera and just do some liner, mascara, figure out a lippy, and then I will be right back to show you guys the completed look. All right, loves, I am back and it's hours later. I got caught up with stuff, but I'm here to finally show you guys the finished look. It's very simple, very glam, cool tone, purple, super sparkly. I don't know if you guys can really see how just stunning these shades are. You just have to see them in person to really appreciate how beautiful they are. But I think this look is very gorgeous, perfect for this time of year. It feels very wintry. Like I just love that vibe. But what I did off camera was I went in with my usual liner from Huda, the usual mascara from Beauty For Real. And then for my lips, I went in with this matte lipstick from Melt. This is in the shade Stepford. It's a very purple, cool tone shade. Goes so well with this eye look. And then for my waterline, I'm using one of these liners from Kaleidos. This is from their newest collection that came out. This is in the shade Night of Creation. It's a beautiful purpley shifty metallic liner. And I thought it just went so well with the look. I think it has like a blue shift. It's so, so pretty. And it's quite pigmented. You guys can see. Let me add a little bit more because it's just so, so pretty. And usually metallic liners don't have that much pigmentation. So I'm very impressed so far by this. But that was everything that I did off camera for this very purple, cool toned look. So now I'm ready to get into look number 2. Time for look number 2. So let's get back into the blush palette. And this time I think I'm going to go in with this like pinky one right here and put that on the cheeks. I mean, not overdo it like I normally do, even though I love having a very exaggerated blush moment. But yes, this is also really pretty. I just love how smooth the formula is on these and how they just glide right onto the cheeks. And they have such a beautiful glow, like that glow from within kind of vibe. You know, it doesn't feel like it looks like straight up highlighter on the cheeks. Now let's get back into the palette, and I want to do something just extra bold and extra glitzy. So I want to use this black base right here from About Face. This is one of their matte fluid eye paints, and I picked up a black one, and this one is called Art of Darkness. So I feel like I want to just put it all over my eyes, maybe do an exaggerated wing with it, and then cover the rest with metallics. I think that would look so pretty and so stunning. So let me get a pencil brush or some kind of brush to put this on. So let's get this put on the eyes. This is such a good product, by the way, guys. If you didn't see, I talked about this before in like another video where I did a look. These are just so easy to work with. But I just put some on this brush because I want to start the shape. So I just want it to be a little bit more defined instead of just spreading it on. These are just so creamy. Ooh, okay. That did really well. I might have put too much on the brush, but I'm gonna cover my whole lid with this. Just arch it and match it up and create like that very defined shape. All right, so there we go. It's very dramatic, it's intense, but you'll see it's gonna come out gorgeous. At least I hope it does. But I'm gonna go over the black shadow with the Glimmer Grass from Unearthly, just so we can make sure these shimmers will stick. And I'm very proud at the shape I was able to create. Like, both sides seem to match pretty well, which is quite shocking. Usually I struggle. So I'm just tapping that on because we want to make sure we can, you know, reduce as much, or I can reduce as much fallout as possible. And that's what they recommend on their site too for these shadows. So I'm not sure what I want to do, but I think I'm just going to go right into Nora, this shade right here, that Antique Gold, using the same brush that I put the glitter primer on. And I'm not going to take it all the way into the wing. I think maybe I want some of that black wing to show, but I'm just going to tap it right here. Wow, that's absolutely stunning. Such an intense antique gold, and I think it looks so pretty. I'm gonna take it up to the top too. Now let's get into Cora, this shade right here. This one has a green shift. It looks really pretty. It's like a greeny gold. And I'm gonna pick it up with the same brush and use that here. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's why I love using these kind of shades on a black base. I feel like it just amps them up and makes them stand out even more. Just using that in the middle and leaving space in the front because I'm going to go with another shadow. Now I want to get into the shade called Minka, which also has a green but to like magenta shift. And I'm going to use that in the inner portion. This one is smoother than the other two, but it just speaks to me. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I'm just going to cover all of that inner portion with this. This is, wow, that's what it is. It's just wow. I actually want to maybe tap a little bit of Maria on the edges over the black on top of that black base. I'm like, why not? You know, why not use it? And kind of set it down too, even though these do dry down. Not sure if it will really show since it's going on a black base. But I'm just tapping that on top and on the edge here of that antique gold shade. That looks fierce, stunning, love it. So now I want to go into the shade called Layla and use that as the inner corner highlight. It's a nice like champagne-y gold. I'm going to take it on this little pencil brush. I'm going to try to pick up as much as I can, and then I'm just going to wet the brush. I'm just going to pop that right here just for a little bit of brightening action. And like I said, I'm going to just smoke out the bottom with a pencil. And that inner corner is so pretty and sparkly. Such a beautiful little champagne metallic. But that is all the shadows that I'm going to use on the lids. I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to finish off the look. I may or may not add gems. And then I will be right back to show you guys the completed look. All right, my loves, I am back. Here's the finished look. I love how dramatic this one came out. I love this shape, and I'm happy I kept the outer wing like black, so it makes it look like an exaggerated wing going into the shadows. And I feel like the black base really amplify these metallics and let them just really shine through. I love what a black base does to metallics and like dual chromes like this. And I just love the combo. It's so pretty. It's so glam too. Like, I'm so happy with this. I'm gonna have to film another look because I just think This is absolutely stunning and needs to appear in another video. But what I did off camera was I went in with my usual mascara. I went in with the Tristique pencil right here just to smudge in the waterline. And then for my lips, I have this Buxom lipstick in Dreamboat. It's a warm tone brownie nude. I just wanted to keep it chill on the lips. I was thinking about doing something dramatic, and then I was like, you know what, maybe I'll just keep it toned down because the eye look is dramatic enough and I want that to do all the talking. Like, that's where I want your eyes to go. But I just love it. Love it, love it so much. This is so pretty. This palette is stunning and I'm having so much fun with these shadows. I feel like I can do so much with these metallics and pair them with other palettes as well, with other kind of mattes. Like, I just see so many options with these beautiful, more nudie shimmers, and I am just happy. So I am going to zoom you guys out, give you guys my like final first impressions, and then wrap up this video. All right, my love, so we made it to the end, and I'm so happy with how both of my looks turned out. They were both very different. I did a more cool tone purpley look in the beginning, and then this one is a very gold and black look, and I just love how both of them came out. I think they both look very glam, so I feel like this is really gonna appeal to people who like more nudie metallics and who want something just super glitzy and intense. This is gonna be so perfect for like holiday looks. Like, this is going to be that go-to palette I will use if I need like a New Year's Eve look, or I need like some kind of like holiday party look. I just think this would be the perfect palette. Now, these shadows are very flaky, very creamy. You're gonna get a lot of shimmer fallout from these. That's just the nature of these shadows, and if you struggle with creasing or struggle with oily lids, you might have a hard time with this formula, but I do think they work really well over a glitter primer, and I haven't noticed any creasing on the shadows, even with the first look, and I wore that for at least like 3 or 4 hours and I didn't notice any of that. But I don't struggle with too much creasing, but if you do, just be mindful. These shadows are very creamy and emollient and might crease on you, but it's gorgeous and stunning. And the mattes too were really nice and pigmented, very blendable, and they're very silky. I do hope that they come out with another palette with more mattes, because I do think they have a nice matte formula. Now, in terms of the face palette, it's beautiful. It's creamy and smooth. It does not enhance texture on the cheeks. I love the shade options in this one. And the formula is just so easy to use. My cheeks are so glowy. I don't even feel like I need a highlighter. And I feel like it's a very beautiful glow from within kind of appearance, and it's making me want to try the other face palettes, like the ones that have like more of highlighting shades and bronzers, to see how those are. But these like glowy blushes are absolutely stunning. So I am just such a fan, happy that I got to try those products and were able to pick them up. But just know that this, I think the last pre-order is this Sunday if you want to get it sooner, and I'm sure they will restock it, but it will take a while for it to come back. But you guys will have to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Did you purchase? Did you pass? What do you think about these products? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you like a lot of fun, colorful makeup content, you like a lot of indie makeup and all that fun stuff, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I'd love to have you here. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I will link the palette, the face palette. I'll link the rest of my makeup I'm wearing in case you're wondering. I will link other Adept reviews that I have done, as well as my contact and my social media platforms. I'm also on Instagram as Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_Beauty, and I post a lot of different content there. So if you want to join my Instagram fam, I would really, really love that. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, for spending some time out of your day with me. I really, really appreciate it. And I just hope you're all doing well wherever you are in the world. And I'm just sending you all so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys. Thank you.